Alright, welcome back to another live event. Hope everybody's doing well. This is an unscheduled live event. I thought tonight I would talk about the my Linux distribution, at least for beginners. The Linux based operating system for 2017 that is called, what else? Ubuntu Mate or Ubuntu Mate. So I'll wait till we get some people on board. I should schedule these, I know, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be on tonight. So that's okay, I can wait. Nice comfortable evening here in Ohio. Supposed to drop down to the 60s, and yeah, it should be good weather for sleeping. Alright, so everything looks good on my end. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Playing music from the YouTube audio library from Silent Partner. Check out the YouTube audio library. Alright, so everything looks good on my end. So we'll get started here in a second. When you guys start to jump on the chat, please say hello, and if you can hear me, that would be great. Once again, I should have scheduled this, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be on tonight, tomorrow night, Sunday night. Here I am. So let's go ahead and transition here. Alright, you guys should be able to see this. Alright, looks good. Alright, so for tonight we're going to talk about Ubuntu Mate, the Linux distro of the year. At least for beginners. I know, how can anybody pick the best Linux-based operating system? Well, 7 years of doing this, it really comes to a bunch of factors, at least for beginners, okay, at least for that. And of course you guys can choose what you like and what works best for you. But for me it comes down to a pleasant, at least an easy installation process. Of course Ubuntu Mate or Ubuntu Mate, however you want to call it, has a user-friendly installer, an automatic installer, which is awesome. An out-of-the-box experience that's pleasant to use. Again, not just for beginners, but for everyone. An out-of-the-box experience that's easy to navigate through. An out-of-the-box experience where everything is where it should be. An out-of-the-box experience where the software, at least the default software, works. And an out-of-the-box experience where if you are new to this, it's not that difficult to learn. Hello Rose, how are you? My good friend Rose from Canada is in the house. Rose, can you hear me? How's my mic? I hope you can hear me. So as far as Ubuntu Mate goes, and then we'll go into some of your comments below in the comments section here in a minute. So as far as Ubuntu Mate goes, it's a complete, the reason why I picked this, it's a complete out-of-the-box experience, a complete friendly out-of-the-box experience, not just for beginners, but for anyone. Of course, you can customize this to your heart's content. There are 6 or 7 different looks to this, panel options, and you can just play this video later, the Ubuntu Mate Linux Distro of the Year video, to you know, to see what it looks like. My mic sounds good and I'm breathing well. Yeah, my voice is a little better than the other day. I tried to do the, well, I did this video, the distro video, and yeah, the night before Rose, I went to Applebee's. I had some hot wings and some hot sauce on the side. Man, they tasted great. But yeah, tonight I actually had a snack of cherries, Rose. Fresh cherries, nice lubrication for my throat, haha. So anyway, we were talking about Ubuntu Mate. So those are the reasons, some of the reasons why I chose this as the Linux distro of the year. Once again, a complete out-of-the-box experience. That's great for beginners, non-beginners. It works out of the box. It's customizable. It's easy to navigate through. It's comfortable. Yeah, it's all those things. Now, I tested and installed the new one, the Alpha 2, which is 17.10. Not recommended for beginners unless, like myself, you have a spare machine. And by all means, install it. I'm keeping the Alpha 2 because I have to admit there haven't been too many, the Ubuntu Mate Alpha 2, there really haven't been too many crashes or bugs. Very impressive for an Alpha 2. Hello, Chip. Yeah, the latest Ubuntu Mate 17.10, very impressive for an Alpha 2. I don't normally mess with alphas or betas because you never know what's going to happen. But I suppose installing any alpha or beta in a spare machine, I guess it doesn't really matter if it crashes or not, since you are installing it in a test machine. Hello, Spin Viking is in the house. How are you? Welcome to the show. Is the background music okay, guys? I downloaded some new stuff off of YouTube, off the library. And we're playing a Silent Partner. So if the music is not too loud or too loud, let me know. But it's nice to have some background music. Make this a little more pleasant experience. So we're going to go into some of your comments here shortly for my Ubuntu Mate Linux distro of the year. Again, at least for beginners. Of course, you guys can choose what you want to. No secret, I also like Linux Mint Mate. And it was a choice between Linux Mint and Ubuntu, but the fact with Ubuntu you have a few more customization options in terms of the looks, the different environments or different panel options. That's why I chose Ubuntu Mate. And I actually got a nice shout out from Martin Wimpress, the developer, the creator of Ubuntu Mate. So we'll go into your comments here in just a moment. It looks like everybody can hear me. Terrific. So thank you, Rose. Thank you, Chip. Spin Viking. Welcome, everybody. So what distros do you guys and gals use at this moment? Rose, I think you said you were going to install this or something. You posted a comment. Can't remember. All right, so let's go to some of your comments and we'll see what we got. Okay, so this is from Scott Edic. I've been running Ubuntu Mate 16.04 since its release using the GNOME 2 menu. I'm happy with it. Been running on my laptop and desktop machines. I've been in Ubuntu. I guess he's been on Ubuntu since version 5. That's really nice, Scott. Very good. Spin says I might give it a try after my problems with Zorin and Linux Lite. Well, keep in mind the latest one, Spin, is an Alpha 2, but if you have a test machine, like I said, I haven't had too many issues, just a few crashes. Martin Wimpress. Martin, hello. I know you're 5 or 6 hours ahead of me, so there's no way you could join this, but of course Marty, the developer of Ubuntu Mate, he says, thanks for the kind words. I think those bugs you've encountered are fixed with updates by the end of today. We've got a few improvements still to come before 17.10 final. And I just said, hello, Martin. C128, he says, yo, you the man, Martin. That's right. Yes, he is. The way this release is turning out, I can't wait to see how 18.04.1 will be. The last LTS release, what was it, last year? Spin, which would be, what, 16.04. So if you want a stable environment, go with that one. If you have a spare machine, definitely go with the newest one. I know it's an Alpha 2, but you might be surprised, Spin. Absolutely. Check it out. Okay, this is from Damien Reloaded. Hello. Ubuntu Mate 17.04 has been working flawlessly for me on every computer notebook I've installed. On an Athlon 800 megahertz, 1 gigabyte RAM, it uses only 300 megabytes. That's pretty good. The legacy GeForce works perfectly too. I had to write. Very nice. So Damien, that is awesome. I'm sure Martin Wimpress is going to love this live event when he gets to it. Rose says, I already use Linux Lite and could not install Steam. Yeah, I don't use Steam, Rose. So yeah, I think Steam is also hit and miss depending on the video drivers and types of graphics card that you have, I think. I am some awesome 7478 says, nice review. I love your reviews. Good job, Toss. Thank you. I had a question. He says, where did you get those chicken wings? Laughing, I've been trying to get something super hot as I have a huge resistance to hot stuff. It was Applebee's. Yeah, I ordered they had like half price appetizers after starting at 9 p.m. So they were like I said, $10. They're $5. I got the boneless hot wings with hotter buffalo sauce on the side. And yeah, it was definitely hot. So if you like hot wings, check out Applebee's. Johan B says, sexy voice. I had to reply, sexy Ubuntu. Yes, but not with the green. Well, you can change the color, the default color of Ubuntu. That's no big deal. So, let's move on. Orca Flota, how are you? Let's see, Mate is the very bestest DE desktop environment. Correct, good on WinPress. That would be the developer, Marty. To put it on Ubuntu in a hopeless attempt to save Ubuntu's bacon. But seeing it as what it is made is so much better on more appropriate base distros. Like for example Manjaro and maybe even Mint Debian. Less clutter, less bleepery, and more speed and stability. Look, I am all for less clutter. Less is more. Less junk means more time for you to have fun, right? Chip, you are saying I did run Ubuntu Ubuntu May 17.04 when it first came out. My problem with it was very slow boot, very slow shutdown. Oh, well, that's interesting. Gee, of all the things to have a problem with, Chip, did you check the MD5 to make sure it was not a corrupted download, Chip? But of all the problems to have a slow boot, wow. Okay, I guess anything is possible with Linux. We have Charlie Browno. Good day, he says. After spending 24 hours or so with Linux Mint Mate, I must say Ubuntu Mate just works. I like the menu more in Ubuntu Mate, and it works with AMD video and card drivers out of the box. Unlike Mint Mate, that's unusual. But again, use what works. And of course, Rose. Ubuntu Mate is a fine distro. It is, and I'm still testing it on my laptop using the long-term version, not the most recent version. Okay. And I did have a problem with a recent update which affected the kernel, which failed to install, but the problem was rectified on the next update. Yes. There, Martin is very good, usually on the ball as far as updates. Is Ubuntu Mate distro of the year? I don't think so, not yet. However, one can say it's a very good distro. Yep. Ubuntu Mate is competing against MX16, Linux Lite, Linux Mint, Peppermint, and Solus. So far, my preference is MX16.01 because of its many tools and packages. Very good. So now we'll test out Solus on my laptop. My desktop main driver is MX16.01. Very good. And I have no interest at the present time in changing it. Thanks for the review, Toss. Rose, very good. MX16 I've looked at. It's good. Solus is a little bit light in terms of the choices of software. That's why I don't use it. But it looked good. You mentioned Peppermint. Peppermint was good. I tested that. Very lightweight and fast. If you want something very lightweight, absolutely. MX16, their tools, package tools, whatever it's called. It was nice. Chip, you need to check the MD5 because if you have a corrupted download, chances are you will have problems installing it, either with the installation process or problems with the operating system itself, Chip. So yeah, I think most of us maybe forget to check for a corrupted download. But I would not be surprised, Chip, if you had a corrupted download and that messed up your system. I do think that Ubuntu Mate is a slow boot, but it's not major. Wow. Yeah, in my test machine, Ubuntu Mate zips. Speeding up or on shutdown, Rose. I'm not sure what's up with that, but mention that to Martin WinPress. Maybe he's come across that. I don't know, but yeah, I haven't noticed that in my Toshiba satellite laptop, which originally had Vista on it of all things. Yeah, so I picked it up used. It was like less than $100. I couldn't go wrong with it. It's got some scratches on it, cracks, but it works. But yeah, I'm not having issues with speed in terms of boot or slowdown. Rose, you did check the MD5. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe it's a bug that Martin is not aware of, or maybe that varies from hardware to hardware. Again, that's probably one of the most annoying thing about Linux is your mileage will vary. I mean, performance will vary depending on the machine. My machine has it's dual core. My test machine is a dual core with 4 gigs of RAM. Spin says is source forge okay? Yeah, I think it's safe to use. Look, as long as you check the MD5, you can download a distro from anywhere. Just check the download. So, Rose says you have Windows, so you don't care. Fair enough. King Herring, the Earth is flat. I know, King, and I fell off of it Wednesday, and I landed on the other side of Mars. I gotta tell you, it's cold on Mars. What's up, King Herring? Windows is slow. Rose, not for me. Windows is, when I have it the way, Rose, Windows, the way I tweaked it, Rose, is pretty zippy, believe it or not. Yes, now the update process is not zippy, Rose, but Windows 10 for me and my machine runs pretty good. In fact, should I even there, it boots up faster than Linux. Oh my lord, it does. It does, I hate to say that, but I tweaked it, so. And unless there are updates, then it's slow as a snail. Okay, where were we? Alright, Chip, we'll check that. Tell us waiting for the new release, 1710. Okay, and you'll give it another go. By first thought when I run, I like it other than the boot issues. Okay, very good, Chip, very good. I'm gonna have to get a drink here. My mouth is starting to dry up. So, Rose, thank you for your comment. Yes. You know what? Let me go grab. I bought some cream soda in a can. I'll be right back, guys. Do not go away. I'll be right back. I just have a little fridge in my garage here. I'll be right back. I love cream soda. Haven't had cream soda in a while. You know, cream soda along with Klondike ice cream. Oh, I know it's a lot of fat and sugar, but man, it tastes awesome. Okay, Chip says, what is the correct way to check MD5? Well, if you're running Windows, there's a free piece of software. I'm not running Windows now, I would show you. But Chip, if you have Windows, you can download a free piece of software. Just search free MD5 checker or something like that, Chip. Download the whatever distro you wish, the ISO. Download whatever distro you wish to download, Chip, the ISO, and then you just, once the download is done, I wish I could show you, but anyway, once you just grab that file and transfer it over inside the one of the bars in one of the spots or one of the bars inside the MD5 checker, and just run it. And then at the bottom, there should be it says something like verify, like a little box that says click to verify or something like that. So, say you want to download Linux Mint, Chip. Go to their website, of course. Pick whatever one you like, which is XFCE or Mate, and then there should be somewhere around there the MD5, the correct. It should be a long, string of numbers and letters. Make sure you pick the correct one, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. Copy and paste. You copy that and paste it into the MD5 checker, Chip. and then just click verify. And if they don't match, do not install it. I hope that helps you out. If you're running, if you're testing it in Linux, I believe you open up a terminal MD5 some space. I haven't done this in a while on Linux, but I believe it's MD5 some space, and then copy and paste, or just drag that ISO file over and hit enter. And that's how you do it in the terminal in Linux. I hope that helps, Chip. It would have been easier to show you, but I'm not running Windows now. Okay, let's see here. King Herring says, I've been answering phone calls and coding all day on Linux related. I'm thinking of trying i3 window manager with Plasma 5. King, I like Plasma 5. The newest one looks great. And I have Ubuntu running in my backup desktop. So you're running Ubuntu 17.04. Very good. 32 gigabytes of RAM. Holy moly. King, you can run anything on that, man. Feels good. Okay. 4K monitor. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. Chip, you understand. Okay. Yeah, I hope that helps you out. But regardless, if you're running it or going to test it, check the MD5 in Linux or Windows. Please do. That'll save a lot of headaches, believe me. Okay, where were we here? This is from Guy on Earth. Hello, Guy on Earth. He wrote Deestro, D-E-E-S-T-R-O with a question mark. Distro is short for distribution, Linux distribution. He replies, when did it start being pronounced like a Mexican bandit was saying it? Well, it's been pronounced that way for years. A Mexican bandit. Hey man, is that a distro, man? Linux, what is Linux distro, man? Alright, this is from Misfit Byte. What menu is that? That would be the brisk menu. Yeah, on the top panel of Ubuntu Mate, you can right click, add to panel, and you can search for BRISK, the brisk menu. Joe Johnson. We have another comedian here in the house, or on the comments. Ubuntu Mate Linux Issue of the Year. What drugs did your doctor prescribe for you to take? My reply, Mate Martini. Let's see. Spin, what do you say? My Zorn problem is the new release wasn't taking its updates from the repositories. Oh. That is strange. You can do that from the command line. Let's see. I don't usually know. Let's see. Sudo space apt -get updates, or update hit. I won't do it now. Tap enter. That's another way to update it. Let's see. Sudo apt-get dist, and I'm probably doing this wrong. It's been a while. dist-upgrade. You can try those commands. Spin as far as the command line. There may be another way to do this. In fact, I know there is, Spin, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. There's actually a universal command that updates everything, Spin. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you can try those two commands and see if that helps, okay? And also, you can also go to the Synaptic Package Manager to do updates. So if I go, see if I can bring it up here. Alright. Joe loves MX 16.1. Okay. Yeah, the Synaptic Package Manager is another way. Upgradable. Looks like I may have some issues here with some broken packages. There might be another way besides doing it this way. But off the top of my head, yeah, Spin. Try that. See if that'll work. But it's unusual. Zorn usually is, is pretty good for beginners. You would have problems. Yeah, I need to clean up some of my repositories here also. But anyway, so you wrote them down. Okay, Spin. Very good. Okay, so let's get out of the Synaptic Package Manager. Very good. One of the best package managers for Linux, for any Linux distro, well, for a Debian or Ubuntu base, but Synaptic is very good. Alright, let's see here. Give me a second here. Okay, this is from Liam Dorsey. Liam says Ubuntu Mate is nice, but the screen tearing is terrible, and Compass to fix screen tearing is very buggy, so I'd recommend a different distro. I haven't had issues with tearing. Probably Solus Budgie has the best distro. It's a lot more stable. I don't know about a lot more stable, but hey, whatever works for you is truly the best distro. More up-to-date packages. Really? Solus has more up-to-date packages than Ubuntu Mate. I don't know about that one, but I did write, Liam. In the end, choose what works best for you. Rose says broken pack because I'm using Windows. That's one for Rose. Windows 10 for me has been pretty good. Doing the updates, rebooting. Of course, sometimes I have to reboot in Linux. But Rose, I have to tell you, so far I've been very impressed. Yeah. Yes, Massacre Arch Linux will have the latest cutting-edge packages than any distro out there. But when you play with cutting-edge software, be prepared to get cut, as I say. Where are we here? We got that. Fat Elvis says distro of the year. Nah, he says. Sorry, would have to go to Solus Mate. Okay, alright. Besides, we still got September. I know it's not the end of the year. But I don't... Look, Ubuntu Mate 17.10 will be released. And hi, Michael. Hi, Joe. Welcome. The Ubuntu Mate 17.10 will be released, I believe, October. Obviously, I've tested the latest alpha. Look, it's going to get better. So that's why I picked it now as my distro of the year. Fat Elvis says in the top 5, then at the very least it's my top 5 distro of the year. So Michael is running 16.04.03, 4.10, NVIDIA, mobile GPU, and this laptop flies like a jet. Very good. Joe says just got home. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the show. To the stream, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's called the stream. Bye. Kevin, a longtime follower and supporter of the channel. Kevin, thank you. He says, burned throat from hot chicken. Well, it was the Applebee's hot chicken. There's a joke there somewhere. Let's see, I had hot wings with hotter sauce on the side. I could not think of a joke. And C128D says, Carmine, you don't sound hoarse, you sound Italian. Hey, I sound like Arnold. Get to the chopper. Anyway, for those of you who joined late, I explained my reasons why I picked Ubuntu Mate, the Linux distribution of the year. Then we went into the comments here, but basically I picked Ubuntu Mate. Look, it's no secret I love Mate. I got Linux Mint Mate and so on. I picked Ubuntu Mate because from the beginning, Ubuntu Mate brings you the old GNOME 2 look. Of course, this is how Ubuntu looked before. They went to now defunct Unity, and a complete out-of-the-box experience, not just for beginners, but really for anybody. It's complete out-of-the-box, meaning automatic installer, easy to use. The software, at least some of the software, is familiar. Bugs are patched fairly quickly. And what else do you want? Yeah, it's not snazzy or slick as some other distros, but I'd rather have stability over slickness 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. My opinion. Okay, so Massacre, did KDE Plasma roll out to other distros because it's updated? I don't know. I'd have to check my other backup machine, Massacre. I do not know. Probably did. Yes, Michael Martin. Using proprietary drivers usually will speed things up. Absolutely. I just hit my mic, banged it. Can you guys still hear me? Anyway. But very good. Yeah, as long as it works. Joe says, loving Ubuntu Mate, even the beta isn't bad. Absolutely. The 1710 Joe in my test Toshiba is awesome, awesome, awesome. You have it in a VM. Okay, very good. Haddock Dev is in the house. Coming from Switch to... Oh, yeah, yeah. Brad. No, not Brad. What did I say, Brad? Tom. Is it Tom? Switch to Linux? Yeah, Tom usually does his Friday nights at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But yeah, welcome from the... a former YouTuber of the month. Switch to Linux. Welcome, Haddock Dev. Glad you're here. Massacre says, do you think it's going to be a train wreck when Ubuntu 17.10 or 18.04 releases with GNOME? Massacre, that is a very good question. Honestly, at this point, I just don't know. When I tested the... what did I do last month, the month before? I had a live event, Windows User Me Challenges, takes the Ubuntu GNOME Challenge or something. I had to install 10, 11 extensions to make it usable. To me, that's just not acceptable. But as far as the final version for 17.10 or 18.04, Massacre, I don't know. I know the team at GNOME, Ubuntu, is taking polls from users or potential users, and they're looking to see what default software and or extensions it needs. It needs about 10, in my opinion. But again, that's strictly my opinion. And I'll take a look at GNOME again, Massacre. But I think Ubuntu GNOME has the potential to be a train wreck. It probably won't be, if I had to guess. But we'll see. We will see. Alright, let's see. Michael says, I have nothing against GNOME 3, but the SMATE build allows me to be protected with no lag or hangups. Yeah, never had any issues. Yeah, it just works out of the box, Martin. You don't need to install Mate desktops, Ubuntu, Linux, Mint. You don't need to install extensions to make it functional, to make it friendly. It just is. And that's why the old GNOME 2 look rocks, which is what Mate is all about. Let's see, I have Ubuntu Mate running on my system right now. I had Mint, but I wanted my USB ports to work. Oh, it didn't work under Mint. Wow. Okay. Let's see, 9 p.m. for you, 10 for me, and 11 p.m. for me right now. Yeah, it's 10:35 right now, Haddock. Yeah. Let's see, Joe is on Ubuntu Mate 18.2 daily driver with this HTPC. No issues, very good. I will seriously consider moving to Ubuntu Mate when the stable release comes out. Very good, Joe. Yeah, I have the 1710 in my test machine laptop Toshiba. And with the latest updates as of yesterday, today, it's running great. It is running awesome. I did a full install in that Toshiba machine. I installed Simple Screen Recorder, Clementine, Brave Browser. I use Synaptic Package Manager or the terminal, although I don't use the terminal that much, to install some stuff. And it seems okay. Again, for an Alpha 2, Martin has done a terrific, terrific job. Absolutely. Do you think it would have been a better transition than trying to switch Ubuntu to GNOME 3? Massacre? Well, let me think here for a second. KDE versus... Yeah, I would say, because less less extensions or really no extensions to make it workable out of the box. You know, some tweaking, Massacre, but if I was forced to pick one, yeah, I'd go with KDE Massacre, yeah, between the two for now. And Joe says, I really have no major complaints with Mint. Very good. Let's go to the Mate, Ubuntu Mate website real quick and see what's new on the website. So again, Martin Wimpress has done a terrific job. Awesome, awesome job. Yeah, Rose, try Solus. I think there was a latest update or video from, I want to say Quidzup. I could be wrong, and he seems to like it. And he's just about as picky as I am. But yeah, Solus seems to be getting better and better. Let's see, Firefox 55.02 update today. Joe, I really haven't noticed any speed issues in Windows. Of course, it's always ran pretty solid. In Linux, I would say, yeah, it does seem to be a little bit smoother, Joe. So far. So yeah, I would say the latest update for Firefox is a plus in terms of performance. Okay, so this is the Ubuntu-Mate.org. Again, you can get more information here, some screenshots. Rose, you like Brave browser? Yeah, considering it's fairly new and not complete, Rose, Brave runs pretty good. Yeah, 18.04 will be the next LTS. Gonna go around the default. On desktop for a month or two, give it a fair run. Okay, alright. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt? Sure. Okay, so let's go to the blog for Ubuntu Mate. I think I won't run this too much longer. I think our good friend, not Rob, Rocco is probably going to start his live show here, I think around 11, if I'm not mistaken. So, Big Daddy Linux. So this is from the blog, the July 2017 supporters. Yeah. And they deserve every single penny. It gives some updates of what they've been able to, you know, revenue, you know, wise. Very good. They deserve it. It's a great, great distro. And they deserve every single penny. Absolutely. Alright, so let's see here. So yeah, check out the last LTS for Ubuntu Mate 16.0403 and of course the Alpha 2. Let's see. Do not run Solus in a VM that has lag issues. Oh, okay. Haddock says, did you hear about what happened to Joe Collins? Joe, Haddock, I think I know what you mean. I checked this video, was it last night or today? He's been, and actually I was going to mention this for my channel last, but I might as well do this now. He's had quite a few videos demonetized. And I think Joe is fed up. Now, I know YouTube is trying to, you know, fix things, trying to survive. You know, make YouTube more family friendly and have, you know, questionable content, you know, taken off or demonetized. It's tough, you know. You know, there's always two sides to a story. We're trying to see if I can pick up something here, but I think that's what you mean. Yeah, he's had, I think, 4 or 5 videos demonetized, Haddock, and he's sick of it, and he may stop doing what he's doing. I checked my channel today, and I've had this year 20 videos and counting. There is no way I can't keep, I'm not gonna, there's no way for me to keep up with that. I looked at the videos if there was any questionable content, maybe a few. I mean, you know, I try to be fair, but some of the videos that were taken down, or not taken down but turned off, were like news and nonsense. But you know, I have 20. You know, tomorrow it could be 30. Next week it could be 100. there's no way for me to keep up with that. So I haven't mentioned this before, just briefly before, but yeah, I mean, if that keeps up, there's no way for any channel to survive. It's just impossible. I feel bad for Joe Collins. He has very good, friendly, user-friendly content. Usually, I think 100% Linux, as far as I know. But he's reached a point where, with just a few videos taken down or demonetized, I think he's ready to stop doing what he's doing. I haven't reached that point yet, but that's why many tubers are going to alternative sources of revenue, because they don't have no choice. They need to survive, and not just YouTube. So they use Patreon, PayPal, Amazon. So yes, anybody out there watching this, if you haven't subscribed or become a paid subscriber through Patreon or PayPal, I really don't know how else to fix it on my channel. There are channels out there with hundreds of thousands of subscribers that are in trouble. It's hard to believe. Now, I like YouTube. Everybody knows about it. It's easy to use. It's easy to watch. So yeah, if you can, go to the Patreon page. The link's below. For as little as $1 a month, believe me, that's all it takes. This channel has over 8,000 subs, and if half the people did $1 a month, that would solve the problem. For this channel, and for me to go out and do some product testing, buy the products and test them. But this happened to Quids, I believe, a year ago or the beginning of the year, and he had to do something. So anyway, I don't want to drag that topic on, but if anybody can become a paid subscriber to the channel, that would be awesome, because I don't know how else to fix the problem. Okay, so how do people keep getting their videos demonetized even though there isn't a peer? Well, you can request a review or an appeal, Massacre. It's worked for me 3 out of 3. To be fair, YouTube did fix it, but I can't go to 20, 30, 40, 100 videos and keep requesting. It's just not going to happen. Go to minds.com. I'll take a look. I just looked at his channels, and there is a 2-hour saying YouTube fixed it. Well, Joe is going to realize that in my situation months ago, I thought it was fixed. Not really, because when you have, like my channel, I have over 1,000 videos. How can YouTube fix all of them? It's just not going to happen. But it may have been fixed temporarily, Joe, but he may be in for a rude awakening come down the line. But I'm happy for him if it has been fixed, whatever that means. Let's see here. On Tom's live stream, made a pretty valid comment that said Joe didn't deserve what happened because he is way inside. Yeah, it doesn't deserve. I don't deserve it. Joe doesn't deserve it. Quidsub didn't deserve it, and some other YouTubers. Now, look, if you post hateful, political, questionable content, you deserve squat. 0, because you're not providing a service to humanity. So you don't deserve a penny. That's strictly my opinion. Okay, so Anselm is in the house. Hello. Joe posted a video, you fixed this vids. Okay, all right. The problem is in the guidelines are fluid and moving target as YouTube changes them. Yeah, Joe, YouTube is in survival mode. They were going to lose or lose $1 billion in advertising. That's quite a bit of difference than my channel losing thousands of dollars when you're talking billions. So they had to do something, and I don't blame YouTube, Joe. They had to survive, and in survival mode, people are going to get hurt like myself. Look, I don't blame YouTube. They had to do something. They have to survive, and anyway. It's also happening to big YouTubers. Yes, Official Duck Studios, which had 98% of his videos flagged. Whoa. Well, yeah, actually, come to think of it, the story came out about 3 months ago where some YouTubers were losing up to 90%. So that's a lot. Yes, Quids also had a problem. Yes, that is true. His Patreon page, I haven't checked, but I'm assuming it's successful. He does have some paid supporters, and it really does help. Again, if half the subscribers just became paid subscribers. That would solve the problem. I noticed some YouTubers have gone to daily vlogs or live streams, which I think this is the new model to monetize. Joe, I think live streams are the future of YouTube and whatever is out there, Joe. It helps to do live streams, but I don't think it's going to fix the problem, Joe. At least it hasn't for this channel. Now, I do live streams because I enjoy doing this and talking to you guys versus doing recorded videos. This is instantaneous feedback. You guys get to say what you want, say hello. That's why I do this. I don't think this has helped really in terms of monetization or ad revenue, but I do it because I like doing this. So it's like bullies exist in the real world. In this case, YouTube ad revenue. A lot may think bullying will stop if they get. I don't know if it's bullying. I mean, there are some channels where I guess you can describe the host as bullies. Again, it's usually the hateful left versus right political religion stuff that's not contributing to the common good of humanity. And those channels don't deserve a penny. The sad part is there are channels like that where they've been completely demonetized, but then you look at their Patreon and they're making a buku money. So they're actually making more money now by being demonetized because of alternative revenue than they were before. And that's very disheartening to someone like me who's never taken that route. And I'm going, WTF? But anyway. But that's my thought about that, the YouTube bots, algorithm, and monetization and all that stuff. So if you can become a paid subscriber, that would be great. I love my cream soda. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. We're talking about Ubuntu Mate. So, once again, if those of you joined in late, it is my distro of the year. I know it's not the end of the year. I've been testing the Alpha 2. It runs great in my test machine. It's awesome. I will keep it in there. And it's great for beginners. This is primarily a beginner's channel. And that's my reasoning that I picked Ubuntu Mate, the Linux-based operating system of the year. So if you are a newbie or a beginner, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Again, if you're testing the latest version, Alpha 2, make sure you have a test machine. Let's see. It is unreal that some YouTubers got the channel permanently demonetized, but then they make a new channel in that sense. Yeah, I thought about starting a separate channel or a second channel, Massacre, but look, it took me 7+ years to build up this one. I really don't want to start over. I suppose I could start a second channel, but what would I do with the second channel? I guess I can do the second channel, just Total OS Today Live, and have only live events on that channel. I just think in the long run, alternative sources of revenue like Patreon or PayPal and Amazon, that's the only chance I have to really fix this versus going to a second channel. Who's to say those videos won't be taken down or demonetized? Massacre. So in this case, I don't think more is the way to go. Yeah, so at least for now. Okay, so the only thing I don't like about live streams because of less fortunate people like me that have the best internet. Yeah, Haddock, of course you're always welcome. That goes to anybody. I still do recorded videos. That's why you may have noticed the news and nonsense reports lately are not live. So if your internet is so-so, we record them. The last one I did with Big Daddy Linux, that's recorded. It's not live, so hopefully your bandwidth will not be affected. In the past, we did them live, me and Spatry. But if your internet is not the best, it's best or it's easier or best to watch a recorded video versus the stream. That's one of the reasons why I had the news and nonsense are usually have all been recorded. I guess that makes it easier for you to watch and listen. Also, on the Patreon page, I posted some of those. I posted a audio download for all the patrons of the Toss Today channel. So for those of you on the Patreon page, look for the audio streams, audio only, of the news and nonsense and or the live streams. That way you can download it and, as a podcast and play it as you go. Let's see here. I think advertisers were using this ad problem as a way to drop advertiser costs with YouTube. Rose, I don't know. The thing is with YouTube, the terms of usage, service or whatever, the term or the guidelines, Rose, they've always been there from the beginning, Rose. I will defend YouTube on this. They've always been there, but they haven't been enforced. There have been channels up for years, like last year during the presidential election. I'm looking at some of these videos. I'm like, you're full of crap. And why are they why are they being monetized? I think YouTube now is starting to crack down. So I don't blame YouTube, Rose. I mean, they are enforcing what's been their guidelines for years. So they had to do something, or there would be no ad revenue. Should there be a new Ubuntu flavor, Ubuntu latte? Sure. Why not? Do you mean Ubuntu? Yeah, it's not Ubuntu late. Let's see here. The coffee shop distro. Joe, I like that. The coffee shop distro. Yeah. Chip, you gotta run. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. See you, Chip. I have a problem with Patreon as a libertarian. It undermines my free speech point of view. And just recently, Brian had a video. Rose, you have a problem with Patreon. Rose, I'm not sure what you mean. I think you are a supporter of the channel. I hope I have not offended you in any way. I'm not sure what you mean, but you don't have to explain it, Rose. You can either send me a message in private, but I hope with these videos, I hope I don't offend anybody. I think I know what you mean now that I think about it, Rose. I think. Okay. Let's see. LFTE, LXDE, XFC Mate, which I ain't sure about how possible it is, but maybe. You mean to combine all these? LXDE is fast. XFCE is fast. Of course, Mate I like. Chip, are you leaving? Night night, everyone. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. You don't like Patreon as a company. Fair enough, Rose. I just chose Patreon because, well, I had picked them years ago, but then I stopped because I wasn't sure if it was legit, meaning I didn't know if the content creators actually got paid. I wasn't sure if it was a ripoff, but one of my supporters says, no, it's completely legit. And the content creators get paid. So that's why I use it. It's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say, Rose, but that's why I have Patreon, because it seems to be legit. So there you go. Besides that, I don't know about the company in general. I don't know anybody there. But I use it because, well, I mean, like, it's easy to use. And that's one of the reasons. Now, I checked, there are about 50 approved, yeah, 50 YouTube approved funding sites for creators like myself, Rose. That's why I have it. But I understand if you don't like the company, but I am not in any way associated with Patreon, except as a content creator. KD Plasma 5 can be fast as well. Yes, absolutely. Arch Linux has worked for me most of the time, probably because I have a newer system as the kernel. Okay, alright. I am so awesome. 7478 is in the house. Let's see. Patreon of a Bitcoin any day. Joe, I would probably say yes. Let's see, Rose. Even Eli, the computer guy. Yeah, he's another one who's had problems with the monetized videos. He doesn't like looking, perhaps, PayPal. Rose, I have both. Whatever you think is best, whatever makes you comfortable to support this channel or any other channel, I'm cool with that. But yeah, as far as the politics of Patreon, PayPal, or I don't get involved with that. That's not what I do. This is not a political channel, of course. Usually not. But yeah, that's why I have both. I figured some people may not like one over the other. If it wasn't for the simplicity of Ubuntu, I'd be using Manjaro because there's naturally working build of Network Manager. Aha! Zenaris Falador is in the house. How are you? Sorry, Toss, I'm dropping in without. That's okay. I'm some awesome 7478. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Arch Linux has a working network manager too, so it's easier to set up networking in Arch. I don't use Arch. I use Arch-based, tested Arch-based, like Antergos and Manjaro. Anyways, it's not you back to... Okay, Rose, thank you. Yeah, for those of you joining late, this is Ubuntu Mate Live, my Linux distro of the year. I know the year is not over, but it doesn't have to be over. I've been testing the Alpha 2 build and in a test Toshiba machine. And again, that's another way if you want to support the channel. I usually post Amazon affiliate links. If you're going to do any shopping, shop through the links. It doesn't cost you anything. So, but the Alpha 2 Ubuntu Mate, I've been testing it in a Toshiba. It runs great. A few crashes here and there. That's to be expected. I've always liked the Mate desktop environment. It's easier. This primarily is a beginner's channel, you know, for beginners and beyond. And Martin Wimpress, the lead developer, has done a terrific job in creating the Ubuntu Mate or Mate desktop. And I think Mate, I called Ubuntu Mate evolving excellence, evolving Linux excellence, because it just works out of the box. So if you haven't already, check out Ubuntu Mate. Okay, let's have the chat catch up here. Let's see. Okay, so you know Manjaro is based off of Arch Linux. It's easier to use. Alright, my laptop is free of the network manager issues that plagued Ubuntu. I never had network manager issues with Ubuntu, but okay. Ubuntu posted a new screenshot of 1710. Looks almost exactly like Unity. Really? Wow. Huh. Okay, let's do a quick search for that. By the way, the latest Ubuntu podcast is out. If you guys listen to podcasts. (1710) is going to have a new theme. Is it going to have a new theme? Okay. Let's see here. I guess with the customizations, you can make 1710 look like Unity if you want to. So yeah, well, why not? I'm not sure why, because if you didn't like Unity before, why would you want to customize it to make like Unity now? Just a thought, you know. And Arita is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. I, for one, use Linux Mint XFCE. XFCE is good. Yes, it just works. I agree. I installed XFCE in a friend's desktop. He had Vista on that machine. Good God, Vista. And so I asked him, how do you use your computer? Just to get online, check the news, check his emails, and that's all he wanted to use his Vista machine for. I said, man, that's all you want to use it for. I installed Linux Mint. He's happy. XFCE Linux Mint I installed in his machine. But his machine was like 10 years old. But yeah, and Arita, Linux Mint XFCE is pretty darn good. Artful Aardvark. Aardvark. Global menu. No global menu. Okay. Well, let's see. 20 biggest features of Ubuntu 17. Alright, I'm probably going to wrap this up here in a few minutes. So let's see what the 20 biggest features of Ubuntu 17.10 GNOME, and then we'll wrap it up. So the final release is October 19th. Except it's getting long in the tooth. I hope not. Ubuntu Mate should be next year, Rose. The LTS, the long-term 18.04 should be next year. Next spring, I do believe. Yeah. I think it's every 2 years. Okay, let's see. So these are some of the new features for Ubuntu 17.10. GNOME default desktop, Ubuntu GNOME won't be a separate flavor. Wayland display server default. Optional Zorg. Mesa 17.2. Linux kernel. New Subiquity server installer. Thunderbird may not be the default client. Better hardware support. Yeah, so there's a list here. Better GPU support. Windows buttons back to the top right corner. Yay, because I'm right-handed. Yay. Please note that these are tentative features. Okay, very good. Alright, a few more comments and then we'll wrap this up. Why did Canal get rid of Unity 7 only to make GNOME 3 look like Unity? I don't know, Massacre. I liked Unity. But once again with Linux, and really, if you know what you're doing with GNOME, with those extensions, you can make it look any way that you want to, assuming that the extensions don't break. So, yeah. I think there is a fork of Unity 7 coming. There's a website, I forget which one it is. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I may just keep GNOME in the virtual machine and go from there and see what happens. Muliam Tipul Element is in the house. Porn channel. This is not a porn channel, Muliam. Anyway, how are you? Alright guys, a couple more minutes. Another minute, and then I'm done. Any last words for this evening? Because my time is up. Real Bihar. Bihar is in the house. How are you? Welcome. Zenaris, wrong to assume you picked. No, I already did. After testing, really after over 7 years of this, Zenaris. Ubuntu Mate, man. It's just, you know, this channel is primarily a beginner's channel, as you know, and beyond, as I say. Martin Wimpress, you know, since I first spoke to him a couple years ago, and make sure to check out my interview with him. Super guy. Quality distro, it just works out of the box. Easy to use for beginners and beyond. It's not fancy, it's not meant to be, Zenaris, it just works, and you can customize it. And look, a lot of people miss the pre-Unity days of Unity, the GNOME 2 look, because it was comfortable. Anyway, Zenaris, yes, I've picked my Linux distro of the year, at least for beginners. And really, it has to be in the top 5 for Linux, period. Hi, Doc, you're going to drop out. Okay, thank you for stopping by. You are from India. From India? Wow. Thank you for stopping by. India, okay. Joe says, if I have one complaint about any flavor Linux, they're soft, never latest versions. That is true sometimes, Joe, yes. But they are more focused on stability, it seems, versus the latest software, Joe. So it's a plus and a minus, but you are correct. Can I say, I cannot pronounce your name. I'm sorry, Moshin. Can I say something? Sure. And Arita says, have a good weekend, everyone. Have a good weekend. Nighty night, Haddock. Derp is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Not questioning the choice, just a little early. The reason why for me, Zenaris, it's not a little early, because even though I've been testing the Alpha 2 for Mate, the final release is October. It's just going to get better. It's just going to get better. So, yeah. Real Bihar, have you come to the right channel? Okay, Rose, thank you for stopping by. How to download Linux OS. Just go to the website, pick any one. Ubuntu, Linux Mint, whatever you like, and download it. I mean, it's free, and you can donate. So, yeah. All right. Guys, I am done. So thank you all for stopping by, and okay, bye. That's all I have for this one. I might do something for the weekend, Sunday night, for news and nonsense of the week, but I am done for this one. Thank you for stopping by, and I will catch you on the next one. Alright, to that person, which one? Try that one, okay? Zenaris, goodbye. Joe, thank you for stopping by, and the rest of you. And I'll catch you on the next one, so peace out.